The limp dick known as Jake Paul is about to fight a 36-year-old washed up man. And no, I'm not talking about Greg Paul. It's Ben Askren. The guy who went to UFC and got his ass fucked by every single man and woman in that locker room. And I think this is gonna be a really good matchup. Jake Paul, who's mentally a 16-year-old stuck in a 24-year-old's body, and Ben Askren, who no one really ever heard of. Let's start off with Jake Paul. Jake Paul is like a human hemorrhoid. No matter how hard you try to treat him, he just doesn't fucking go away. If you don't already know, Jake Paul has called out huge celebrities in the past, such as LeBron James, Rob Gronkowski, Des Bryant, Juju Smith-Schuster, Kanye West, and even Ellen. And he called out all these people in the span of 1 hour. Jake Paul is the hero that no one asked for, but he laid his cock upon YouTube and changed the platform forever. Granted, Jake Paul being 6'1" gives him a 3-inch advantage over Ben Askren, who's like 5'10", so he's pretty fucking short. And I think Jake Paul comes into this fight with huge credentials, having beaten 2 YouTubers and a retired NBA player, and has a professional record of 2-0 and a win rate of 100%, which is pretty fucking good. Now over to his opponent, Ben Askren, who no one really even knows and cares about. But if you're one of the unfortunate people that knows who Ben Askren is, it's probably from this clip right here.
The fight clock is brought to you by Modelo.
This limp dick really got his ass knocked out in under 5 seconds, which is probably a world record at this point. Ben Askren doesn't know the danger he's about to face in Jake Paul. Jake Paul is a monster amongst kids, and now that Ben Askren has already signed the contract, it might be too late for him. It's like you're tossing a sheep into a lion's cage, Ben Askren being the sheep and Jake Paul being the lion. Ben Askren does have a professional MMA record of 19-2, which is a 90% win rate. Not as good as Jake Paul's, but pretty good. You can still pass a class with a 90%. But Ben Askren has never stepped into a boxing ring before, while this is going to be Jake's 4th time stepping into the boxing ring. Ben Askren is going to find out that UFC is a child's play compared to boxing. As much as all of us want Jake Paul's ass to get penetrated by Ben Askren, I don't think that's going to happen. This fight means way more to Jake Paul than Ben. If Jake Paul's actually serious about this whole boxing shit, he must beat Ben Askren. There's no other way around it. I think Jake Paul's taking huge steps here. He went from fighting a retired NBA player to now fighting a retired MMA boxer. And I think that's a huge big dick move. Jake Paul seems to have a kink for fighting retired athletes. But putting that aside, the most important part is that all the betting sites have Jake Paul as the favorite to win here, which tells us that Jake Paul is really committed to this boxing thing, and I think Jake Paul is unfortunately gonna win this fight as well. But that's just my thoughts. Go down in the comments and comment who you think is gonna win, and I'll make sure to reply to every single one of you. But yeah, if you're still watching, please subscribe. It really helps my channel out. And yeah, see y'all in the next one.